Are you reluctant to crate train your dog? I know some people feel really guilty about putting their dog in a crate, but in this video, I'm going to go through some of the reasons why crate training is a good idea, the types of crates you can get, and how to size one. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole with Podorable Finds, and I am obsessed with helping dogs and their owners live their best lives. So today we're going to talk all things crates. And to start off, let's talk about some of the benefits of using a crate or crate training your dog. So this is especially true for puppies, but it does help with house training because by having your dog in a crate, that instinctually they don't want to mess where they sleep. So by having your dog in a crate through the day will help them, I guess, with their bladder control. So at first you may only want to start with a couple of hours at a time until your puppy is able to hold it a little bit longer throughout the day. Next, a crate provides a safe haven for your dogs. So if we think about it, dogs are den animals. So providing them with their own little den, a place where they can get away from it all, especially if we're talking about times when there's fireworks or thunderstorms. Even if you have a crowd over and you have some company, it may get a bit overwhelming for your puppy. So to provide them with a nice safe haven where they can go and they can kind of get away from it all. Next is vet visits. So this is why veterinarians absolutely recommend that you crate train your dog, because if unfortunately your dog has to go to the vet and has to be there for an extended time, say overnight, they will be kept in a crate. As an example, if your dog, say, has a surgery, for them, if they feel that a crate is a safe haven for them, if they are properly crate trained, then it's less likely that they're going to feel anxious or get agitated after a surgery and then maybe create more damage post-surgery. Next, if you have your dog crate trained, it'll help to reduce or limit any damage to your house. I mean, we've all seen those viral videos on the internet of dogs destroying a sofa, that sort of thing. By having your dog properly crate trained and being able to leave your dog in his or her crate while you're away from home, then that's going to limit any damage to your house. Now, keep in mind, I wouldn't recommend keeping your dog in a crate all day long without any sort of a break. So if you're gone to work all day and you're not able to break free to let your dog out, I would recommend that you have somebody come in to tend to them. Next, safer travel. So depending on the type of crate that you have, and we're going to get into that next, traveling with your dog in a crate makes for much safer travel, of course. You can get specific airline crates as an example. Dogs have to be crated if you're going to be flying with them. Also, if you're going away, if you're going on vacation and you decide to board your dog to a boarding service, they will likely need to have your dog in a crate, and they will have several dogs probably at their boarding service. So it's best to have your dog crate trained so that they feel comfortable and they can seek solace in their crate. And finally, in case of evacuation, I know that may seem a little bit extreme, but it does happen. If you're in a part of the world where, natural disasters happen, even if you're not, you never know when the next hurricane might strike or forest fire might strike. If you do have to evacuate and you need to go seek shelter, most shelter services will require your dog to be in a crate. It's also easier to get them out of any sort of sticky situation. So now I need to think about what is the best crate for your dog. Now, there's lots of different crates that you can choose from, and I'm going to go through some of the more common ones. So first off my list is the soft crate. The soft crate is made of, nylon and mesh, and it has a metal frame. They are collapsible and lightweight, so they're great for taking with you if you are traveling or you're going to be doing overnight stays anywhere. That could be at a hotel or a friend and family's house. Now, on the downside, if you do have a chewer, they could destroy the crate. They might try to get through the mesh or through the nylon. Next on the list are the wire crates. So this is something that you probably would have seen quite a bit. So the wire crate, they are collapsible. The thing that I really like about a wire crate, and I kind of wish I had one, is that they are kind of modular. So what you can do is you can get separators for the crate so that the crate can grow with your dog. Unfortunately, with many of the other types of crates I'm going to mention, they don't have dividers, or it would be really difficult. You'd have to do a DIY solution. But on the other hand, because of the way that the crates are made, you know, the little sort of squares, if there's ever a mess in the crate, if your dog gets sick or whatever, they can be a bit trickier to clean. And because they're all metal, they tend to be a little heavier and just a little bit more cumbersome to move around. Next on my list is the airline crate. The airline crate is that hard shell sort of crate that I'm sure you would have seen around. What I like about the airline crate, of course, is that you can fly with your dog using an airline crate. This is a requirement for traveling by air with your dog. The other thing is they are actually really easy to clean because they're just made of a hard shell. You can pop off the top if need be, if there's ever a mess in there, and it cleans up brilliantly. But they don't collapse, so they're quite bulky, and they can be heavy and cumbersome. So even getting your dog to the airline, if the crate doesn't fit in your vehicle, you know, fully built, then it can be a bit cumbersome to get to the airport. Next on my list are wooden crates. I know that sounds funny, but what they really are accent pieces in your home. So that they could look like a side table or a cabinet. Some of them are absolutely beautiful. The trouble is that if you have a chewer and they are made of wood, then you know a dog may be really tempted to just kind of chow down on their crate. Also, they're not overly practical in terms of travel or anything like that. They're beautiful, they're a nice piece in your home, but you know, they're heavy and they're bulky, and it's not really something you could travel with. Next on my list is the Digs crate. So this is kind of a combo between your wire crate but it's made of plastic. It's definitely something that can be collapsible. It's lighter weight, so you can travel with it. It's not an airline crate, of course. I don't think that this would be airline approved, but they are phenomenal. I wish I had one myself, but they are a bit expensive. Now, personally, I have two crates. One, of course, the airline crate, and I also have the soft crate because if I am traveling, doing an overnight stay, I can easily put the soft crate in my vehicle and travel with my dog with that. But the type of crate that you choose is entirely up to you. The next really important step in this whole process is how to size your crate, and we'll talk about that next. When sizing your dog's crate, you want to make sure that it is big enough so that they can stand up and turn around, but not so big that they're using one end to sleep and the other end to mess. So the way that you're going to measure your dog's crate is you take a measurement from their front paw to the top of the head. If they have naturally erect ears, from the front paw to the top of their ears. And you want to add a couple of inches so that they have the clearance when they're standing up. For the length, you want to look at from the tip of their nose to their tail, and again add a couple of inches so that there's enough room for them to stand up completely. And then the width, you definitely want to add 2 to 4 inches for the width of your dog. Typically, when you're looking at the height and the length of a dog crate, the width just kind of comes standard. They have standard sizes for dog crates. Growing puppies can be especially challenging when you're trying to measure a crate, especially for your large breed dogs, because they're going to grow exponentially from puppyhood to adulthood. But what you can do, you can get a bit of a sense of their size. I actually have some handy dandy infographics for many dog breeds on my website. I'll link it below. So if you have a mixed breed dog and you know the mixes, then you can kind of get a sense of the general size in terms of their length and their weight. Or if you know the breed, then you can simply look that up on my website and you will have all of those vital statistics at your fingertips. And by the way, these are free downloads, so you can go ahead and download a copy of it if you wish, print it out so you can have it handy right at your fingertips for when you're going to purchase your crate. There are so many benefits to crate training your dog, from times of emergency to providing them just a safe place that they can call their own. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And for those of you who are already subscribing to my channel, thank you so much. And if you're not, I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button as well. In the meantime, thank you again so much for watching, and have an awesome day.